What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to my Hardcore Mystics playthrough in Dungeon Defenders 2. This episode is going to be a little bit different. We are going to focus on crafting. So, last episode, of course, I got Chaos 3 unlocked. However, I'm still using this Chaos 1 relic, specifically for the Gobu Boom that is on it, and I'm ready to make the jump into Chaos 3, but I don't want to do it with this particular item. Now, through just normal play and through the daily login rewards, speaking of, what do we got? Chaos 9 shard today. We do have a few crafting materials saved up. Of course, we got another Magarbo there. We will lock that one and move it over to there. Now, what I want to do is set myself into a little better position to get into Chaos 3. Now, early game, Gobu Boom and Melee Boom mods are incredibly powerful. Now, you still need to have the ability to kill a target, as these mods proc off of an enemy death. So, as you see, goblin enemies explode when they're killed, dealing around 50,000 as area damage depending on enemy type. Now, this is just incredibly powerful. If we look at this Chaos 1 item, or this Chaos 1 relic, and we look, the defense itself is attacking for 5,300 damage. And the Gobu Boom, when it goes off, is attacking for up to 50,000 damage. So it is just super substantial. The earlier game you are, the more powerful these mods are, and they do start to fall off. Now, last episode, I did get a decent base relic. We got this guy right here. It's a huge upgrade, 7,100 defense power on it. It's Chaos 2. It's 10 out of 10, so it's ready to go to upgrade to Chaos 3. But I've got 2 Garbo mods on it. Fortitude Servo is not really, it's not going to hurt, but it's not going to help me. In anti-support, once again, it's not going to hurt, but it's not really going to help me either. So I want to put together a relic for my Sand Vipers. Shards, of course, are the most important thing in the game. Once you get shards dialed in, your next level of power is going to come through mods. So I want to get this modded up to a decent state. Now, I could always upgrade this to Chaos 2 and then use that Gobu Boom. But I do already have another Gobu Boom sitting here on, like, this totem. I don't need the Gobu Boom on that totem at all, so we're going to use that one instead. And let's just get the next highest defense health totem plugged back in on my Viper's Fangs. That way they're good to go. So, alright, so this is going to be our target. This is what we're looking for. Now, we want to do a couple of things here. First off, let's see what we do have for mats. We're going to need these guys. Do we have a few rerolls? We do have a few rerolls. Not a whole lot. We'll probably end up needing some of those as well. And I don't think we're going to use any amps on this one. But let's see what we can do here. First things first, I've got a decent power roll. Now, as you see, the health roll on this is relatively low. However, I don't care about the health roll. That's more of a your secondary stat on a damaging defense that doesn't really care about their defense health. That's going to be more of a vanity / min-maxing thing in the super late game. However, I would like to get that defense power as high as possible. So I'm going to go ahead and drop just a couple of rerolls onto that defense power. So you see right now we're at 45%. I've got 5 plain talismans, so I can get a few rerolls there. Let's see what we can get. And I'm super lucky. Recording RNG actually came through. First roll, we got a pretty good roll. So I'm very happy about that. We're going to stick with that one, and then now we'll be done with rerolling stat. Now, this is Chaos. This Gobu Boom is Chaos 2. That one's Chaos 2. So we can go ahead and just move it directly over. And It's important to note here, remember these mods are not good mods, but they're also not hurting anything. So I'm just going to leave those on there for now until I find a better mod. Looks like I need a hammer. Let's grab some hammers. And let's see what we can do. So let's move this Gobu Boom over into this slot right here. 25 Defender Medals and a cluster and a hammer, and boom. There we go. We now have Gobu Boom on that relic. Now, this Gobu Boom, of course, being a 2 out of 10, is super, super low. So if this is a relic I want to continue to use and upgrade through the tiers as I go, then I'm going to want to get some better rolls on it. Now, I'd love to replace Anti-Support and Fortitude, but right now, I just don't have anything else worth plugging into those positions. We can't double stack boom servos. I don't want a fire servo on it. So yeah, I just don't have anything else to use right now to plug into those. So what I'm going to do is leave Anti-Support and Fortitude servo on there, and then, of course, I'm going to hope I get something better. Now remember, all I need is one Chaos 3 amp, and I can turn this into a Chaos 3 relic and start getting even more power out of it, which we can actually do before we even do Chaos 3 with spending some Defender medals. Now, this is not something I would normally do, but I'm going to jump through all the hoops on this one. Before we get to that, though, I do want to try to get a little higher quality on that Gobu Boom. So we got 5 attempts, which is terrible. To get a 10 out of 10, it does have a pity system. The guaranteed roll is 286 rolls. But let's see if we can do anything better than a 2 out of 10 with 5 of them. Well, there's a 3, so that is better indeed. It's not great, but it is better. You see, now we're up to 86,000 is area damage. Let's keep rolling. Okay, that one's a nope. That one's a nope. That one's a nope. And that one's a nope. So we did get a slight improvement on it. It's not absolutely incredible, though, but it is a little bit better than it was. So now when we look, and we've now got a big power gain on it since we've using a Chaos 2 relic. If we take a look at that defense here now, it is doing 10,000 damage per tick, non-crit. And then when it gets a kill, the Gobu Boom is going off for up to 86,000 damage. Now, how can I get this to Chaos 3 without doing a Chaos 3 map? Well, we can come over to the material shop. Take a look at this. Like I said, this is not something I would normally do, but this is an option. So I wanted to show it off in this video. Now, for 100 Defender medals, we can go ahead and get a Chaos 3 amp, which, once again, I normally wouldn't do this, but I'm doing it anyway just to show that you can. 25 gems or 100 Defender medals. Okay, we now have ourselves a Chaos 3 amp, even though we've never done a Chaos 3 map. And we can upgrade this bad boy directly to Chaos 3. So that 1 amp, 16,000 gold. And now we're in Chaos 3. Now, we've got the moats. We can take this one step further and take this bad boy all the way up to 10 out of 10. And holy crap, would you look at what we just gained now. So now we've got a relic with 12,000 defense power on it. The Gobu Boom is all the way up to 122,000 now since it's upgraded to Chaos 3, and it's still super low quality. So looking at that comparison again, the defense itself is only attacking for 16.6 thousand non-crit, but the Gobu Boom, when it procs, is going off for up to 122,000. Just absolutely nuts. So crazy big damage, a huge boost, and it's going to make breaking into Chaos 3 so much easier. Now, this sort of thing you can do as you go through any tier and move your way up. This is going to be what I use to break into Chaos 3, though, with this exact other set of gear. So we got the totem here. We've got our obelisk. You know, we could even get lots of power off of upgrading these, but I just wanted to get one defense. I wouldn't suggest going really nutty and doing everything. And the reason being is you're just going to find replacement loot on the first map you do. So I'm not going to bother with this obelisk. I'm not going to bother with that serpent's coil. The snaking sands has still got Chaos 1. This Viper's Fang. All this stuff is going to be replaced for free just by playing and getting some drops really, really quickly. So use the crafting system, y'all. It is there. Of course, the crafting materials are hot items. They all sell for a lot. And the reason those all sell so easily and so frequently is because they have such powerful uses. So take advantage of what you got. The daily login reward just gives you tons of mats that you normally would not even have access to. As you see, we've got up to Chaos 9 materials sitting here already, and I'm only just completed Chaos 2. But anyway, use those crafting materials, y'all. Get your stuff upgraded, and that will do it for this one. So thanks an absolute ton for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you soon.